Oh, hi, Wayne.
Hi, Ray. You mute, I saw.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry, sorry. I didn't mean
no,
to.
no, uh, no problem. Uh, so, may I know how it is going on for the DeepSeek V4 support? And I tried load the DeepSeek V4 on my R6000 platform, and I found it had some error, and I submit one issue in the VM community, and not sure. I, I- I like AI analyze log, and it said currently VM cannot support DeepSeek V4 cannot support the R6000 GPU. It only supports very specific GPU, and but
Yeah, I think for the vLLM support for the DeepSeek, it has already supported, but there has to be at least for now, as far as I know, it has to be a specific type of Docker image or specific type of vLLM version. And aside from that, because you are using RTX 6000, if I catch that.
yeah,
It might
yeah.
not have the kernel support for that GPU. Um, by the way, I saw Qian is here. Uh,
Yeah, I'm also using the RTX 6000 Pro. So I think the current problem is the VRM, they don't have the attention backend. So the what is it? The I forgot, the MLA doesn't really work, the attention backend for the RTX 6000. So yeah, it will not be like resolved quickly.
yeah, I
I
think
see.
I think you can try to use maybe H100 or H200
Yeah.
if you get that resource to run DeepSeek.
I see. I see.
It's the
Thank
issue is
you.
the flash MLA.
Hmm.
I
Um,
see.
you can also try some of the. I remember a suggestion I guess try some of the like older attention backend like flash infer to change the attention backend to the flash infer. I'm not sure if that will work, but
That might work. I think
that might work.
most of the kernel support comes from the flash attention. Flash
Yeah.
MLA. So maybe use a different attention kernel might
Yeah,
work.
the default one is flash
Uh,
MLA and it doesn't support.
But yeah,
yeah.
let's get started for the production stack meeting. I'm gonna send the meeting notes in the group chat. Um, please, could you guys put your name on the attendee in the meeting notes when you have some time? And I think for this meeting, we have several items, um, considering about the recent changes in production stack. There are several things that I find kind of interesting to
Can
talk
you
about.
share?
Oh, I'm not sharing. Okay. Let me share the screen. So first one, I think it is interesting and it might be a potential future direction for the vLLM production stack. One of the core features is to support the multi-tenant. Right now, the whole production stack is not designed for multi-tenant thing. And I think it is really important and necessary if we want this vLLM production stack to go to actual production. The multi-tenant support is one of the core features that the big companies are asking for. So I think this PR is a good start. We start to support multiple API keys for multi-tenant authentication. However, I can see that we can have even more isolation between tenants in our production stack. Not only the API keys, but also the resource isolation, the request isolation. They can all have multi-tenant support. We'll be really glad that if anyone in the community can contribute to this PR and the future PRs of these directions. And this PR, I think it is yet to be merged. We still need some cycles to review of this PR. But yeah, so this is pretty much of this one. And the second one is the per model vLLM observability dashboard. I believe that this one is one of the PRs that Cosella contributed to it. Maybe Cosella, you want to talk about it since you're here.
Sure thing.
I will stop sharing.
An initial issue.
Let me know, Cosella, you're sharing?
You can hear me? Yeah. I'm just going to share here now. Yeah. You seem to have disabled the screen sharing.
Okay. Screen sharing. Okay. Oh. Hmm. I changed the setting.
Wow, I can disable it. So yes, the PR is just addressing an initial issue where I actually discovered another dashboard that had metrics per model instead of the whole instances available in the cluster that was available in other open source projects. So I already checked and it's an Apache 2. There is no, I'm not sure like the first contributor of this dashboard, like from which team that person belongs or which project actually came up with it. But the good thing is that it's Apache 2. I tested it already in CoreWeave and it worked perfectly. One of the advantages is that it has token throughput, request latency, time per output token latency. It has also sometimes you want to know like the distribution of your request prompt length, depending on your use case, on your workload. It's always good to know to assess the kind of workload you have from your customers or users. So the PR is actually just adding that dashboard into the default Helm dashboard locations, which is under the main tree Helm dashboards. So now you can see that we added the new vLLM model metrics dashboard that can be integrated. So what I can say is that every contributor is free, encouraged to help us integrate this new dashboard into the script of observability, along with the Helm chart integration of Grafana, so they can add this dashboard as well on top of the one that includes all the other metrics related to LM Cache or vLLM in general. So this was just an addition, but it's up to other contributors to add this dashboard into the current observability script. That's more or less what the PR is actually answered. The advantage is that it's really the type of, as you can see here, I tried it on CoreWeave. I had Gemma 3, GPT-OSS, Qwen 3, and Trinity. So every time you switch within that drop-down list, you have very specific metrics depending on the pod. That's the advantage is actually sometimes you want to debug. You want to know which pod is not really working as expected, as opposed to having a sum or the median of these metrics per model. Because you may have 3 replicas and one of the replicas wouldn't work well. And if you sum all the replicas, you cannot pinpoint which one is underperforming. So that's why I kept it per replica per model, because the Gemini reviewer was just asking me to crump all the data into one per model, but I feel like it's still important to have per replica type of metrics and observability as opposed to per model, because you can have 10 replicas and sometimes it's important to know which one is performing well and not.
Yeah, I think have a finer granularity in the data collection is always better. If they want to aggregate, we can always get another panel and aggregate across all the replicas.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Right. So that's all about it. This was a fresh PR that was merged today.
Yeah.
So have fun, guys. That's all I have for that PR.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think there's another PR that are related to the observability part. Let me try to find it. Think yes. So this PR is trying to add per model request latency histogram. So before we have the request latency, however, it did not consider about the router part. So this new metric is to add per model request latency throughout vLLM backend and also the router so that we can have a end-to-end view for the request lifecycle and the request latency. Yeah, I really like this PR and thanks a lot for I think he's a new contributor. Yes, so next one is GitHub Actions to commit hash. This actually comes from the vLLM team, which thinks that our repo has some potential vulnerability because our CI doesn't ping to specific hash. When it's under like supply chain attack, this can be vulnerable if we don't pin it to a specific hash. And yeah, so I think in the future we will have more security related PRs so that we just like multi-tenant support. I always think that production stack should develop more and more tooling and more other features that are related to the companies as a reference stack. And the next one is we bumped our chart version. We released our new version of 0.1.11. And I think in this new version, we have 14 new contributors. Here, if anyone is watching this, thank you so much for contributing to Production Stack. And we are really glad that more and more people are coming to contribute to the Production Stack. And yes, that is pretty much of this community meeting. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I may maybe add just a small update on the one of the tutorials that was added under the Terraform deployments of vLLM production stack like a month ago on CoreWeave. So I just want to share with the community that I actually wrote a blog with a walkthrough of
Okay.
deploying vLLM production stack on CoreWeave. and it has all the details, the prerequisites, and a description of the architecture and how it was deployed. And you guys feel free to use it because it's already part of the Terraform tutorials of vLLM production stack. So all the details are in there. It explains to you how to deploy and the kind of variables that you can use and flags in order to adapt your cluster based on number that maybe the type of GPU you want to use 800 instead of 200. You want to use a different type of CPU for your CPU nodes. And also some examples on the dashboard that we already added in the PR. So it's like an all-in-one walkthrough of deployment of vLLM production stack within CoreWeave CKS, and it's an end-to-end deployment automated through Terraform. So that's
It looks pretty good.
yeah, for those who are interested. And there's also maybe a week or two from now, when I'll have time, I'll be sharing deployment of DeepSeek 3.2 on the multi-node in CoreWeave using KubeRay, which is like a slightly different use case where you have to spread your weights through tensor parallelism and pipeline parallelism.
Do you have a partnership with CoreWeave?
No, this was done actually with CoreWeave because it was just a collaboration in order to contribute to the open source project of vLLM production stack. So the team of CoreWeave have been gracious enough to allow us to run our tests on their platform.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the diagram as well. Okay. Any other comments or any other things that anyone wants to share with the community? Okay, if not, I think this is pretty much for today's community meeting, and hope to see you guys again in 2 weeks later. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.